Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Apex Investor, the update for Friday, August the 20th. I didn't get to do the update for yesterday, so I'm just trying to catch up. Today, the biggest loser was Prague. They're down 54%. Biotech company, American. I don't recognize any of these other stocks. The big winner today was FLGC. Canadian drug manufacturer. They're up 43%. And in terms of the potential buying opportunities, yeah, this one dropped. That could be an opportunity here. It's hard to say really. It was up at 140. Now it's at 70. You have FKU. It looks like a meme stock just from the ticker symbol. That one doesn't look like one either, and so GRNQ could be one in terms of unusual volume. Okay, and that's all for that. So we're going to move on to the trending stocks, also known as the meme stock. Okay, welcome back. So the trending stocks, XOS is down 14%. We have Mara is up 10%. We have Bitcoin also up about 5%, almost at 50,000 US per Bitcoin. So that's really rallying strongly from where it was a while ago. It was at around 30,000, I think, 35,000. And who else is going up? Naked is up 10%, one of those meme stocks. And AMC is at $34. And GME is at 159, so they're stabilizing. They're somewhat more positive, but still not where they were in the beginning of July. So we're going to move on to see what else is happening. Okay, so let's look at metamaterials the last couple days. Yesterday, which was the day I missed, so beginning at the end of the day of Wednesday, and then 9:30 was at 294. It went up to 306 at 12, and then towards the end of the day it was 295. So it was between 295 to 304. Today, however, it went back down to 286. I was saying that the support level is around 280. Yeah, 280 I believe is the true support. 280, 285, around there is your true support. So I don't believe it's going to drop below 280. It could, but I don't foresee that happening. And it was as high as around 294 today. So it's only a matter of time before we see this as the big winner on FinViz and reporting, this is up, whether it's 50% or whatever, whatso have you, depending on whatever the news catalyst is. So there is a news catalyst today, and they announced renowned scientists to join the new scientific advisory board. Let's look at the volume as well. It's only 1/4 of the average. So again, this is very much being short laddered. It's being manipulated by the short hedge funds, and is just a this is a discouraging situation. I'm not going to lie to you. This is discouraging for a lot of people who thought, from this high of 20, it's going to go higher, when it only has dropped incredibly to such low levels as this. This is exactly what happened with GameStop and AMC. So this is bad news for people who want to make money quickly, short-term day traders. But this is great news for long-term investors, especially those who were part of the AMC and GameStop short squeezes that took place in January and more recently in July. So this is set to squeeze. It's only a matter of time. It's not a question of if. It's a question of when. So we're gonna look into that a little bit more. Diving into the meta material news. So we'll look at this report first, and then Actually, I'll just read this next tweet from George. Hello, many brokers have made several mistakes with the dividend. For example, some have put a nominal price of $1 without justification. So that is very, very crooked. And actually, it's a good thing in a way because, and I'll tell you why. Because if they are overestimating and they're saying this dividend is worth, $20, $50, when in reality it's a lot lower, they've set the bar really low at $1. So that means when the real price is released, is made known, that it's worth, let's just say $5 to $10, then yeah, this stock is going to squeeze immediately. It's not going to squeeze, over a short period, like a month. It's going to happen almost overnight. Some have no value. Okay. If Fidelity is giving you money for the dividend, it is certainly not coming from Metamaterials at this time. I hope this helps. So what just happened here is George Palikaris, the CEO and founder of Metamaterials, has just confirmed the dividend has not been given out yet. It has not been distributed. This is still pending. So this is bad news and good news. Again, it's bad news because some people assumed, you can just sell the stock right now or a long time ago and you'll get the dividend, and some people have it, but no. The good news is once they do distribute this dividend, most likely I'm thinking at the latest by April the 1st, 2022, this stock will not be at these levels of sub $4 and sub $3. So this is the news catalyst for today. Meta Materials announces, I should say yesterday, Meta announces renowned scientists to join the new scientific advisory board. So I'll just skip over the first paragraph. So they announced the formation of a scientific advisory board to support its innovation and investment strategy, and they welcome Andrea Alu, and Mark Brongersma, and Nader Angeta. So the board will help the company protect and grow existing scientific innovation. It's going to support its development of new technologies, assist with outreach to the scientific community, guide and oversee Meta's open innovation programs, and bring strategic perspectives to rapidly emerging science and tech trends impacting Meta. So the board is comprised of preeminent award-winning scientists with over 140,000 combined citations, global experience and research expertise across all areas of metamaterials, applied physics, and nanophotonic sciences. So that's getting to the nitty-gritty. I'm just going to read here. An important part of Meta's competitive advantage and key to our long-term success is the innovative expertise that we bring to bear on our customers' most pressing global functional material needs. The scientists who have generously agreed to join our scientific advisory board will play an inspirational role, working closely alongside our own teams to challenge, validate, and guide our scientific agenda, aligning our priorities with our customers and the world's ever-evolving needs. We are at a critical inflection point in the commercialization of metamaterial science and technology, added Themos Kalos, Meta's Chief Science Officer. We are witnessing the convergence of scientific disciplines, hastening opportunities to affect sustainability at scale, increase access to healthcare, decrease our dependence on rare earth and scarce materials, such as was mentioned regarding the EV batteries, lithium ion, things like that, as well as improve health outcomes around the world. So they're somewhat of a healthcare company. At Meta, we are pleased to have such an esteemed group of minds partnering with us to envision and shape that future. So I know so much about Meta now, but to be honest, I know next to nothing about Clover. Maybe I should do a video about Clover. Professor Andrea Alu, so this is she's the founding director of the Photonics Initiative at the CUNY CUNY Advanced Science Research Center, Einstein Professor of Physics at the CUNY Graduate Graduate Center and Professor of Electrical Engineering at the City College of New York. Professor Alou is also affiliated with the Wireless Networking and Communications Group at the University of Texas at Austin, where he, okay, well, I don't know if it's a he, but he is a senior research scientist and adjunct professor. His research interests span over a broad range of technical areas, including applied electromagnetics, nano-optics, and nanophotonics, microwave, THZ, I don't know what that stands for, infrared, maybe it's terahertz, I don't know, optical and acoustic metamaterials and metasurfaces, plasmonics, non-linearities, and non-reciprocity, cloaking, whoa, okay, cloaking, that's there, about teleportation, and scattering control, acoustics, optical nanocircuits, and nano antennas, full profile. So yeah, I kind of say that in jest, but no, it's true. They are working on cloaking. They might have already have proven to be able to do this, but it's behind closed doors. Professor Mark Brongersma is the Stephen Harris Professor of Materials Science and by courtesy of Applied Physics at Stanford University, so he's well qualified there, just by that name. His current research is directed toward the development and physical analysis of nanostructured materials that find application in nanoscale optoelectronic devices. He coined the terms plasmonics and myotronics for the fields of science and technology that aim to manipulate light with metallic and high-index nanostructures. So this guy's a real expert. Professor Brongersma has co-authored over 240 publications, including papers in Science, Nature, Photonics, Nature Materials, and Nature Nanotechnology. He is a highly cited researcher as identified by Clarivate Analytics and has an H factor of 89, whatever that means, according to Google Scholar. He was a founder of Rawlith Incorporated that was acquired by Metamaterials Technology in 2016. Oh, that's great. So he already is an employee, but he's now officially a member of this scientific advisory board. This man seems to be very much an expert, and he could, in my opinion, just based on his qualifications, could start his own company. But actually he started Rawlith. Okay. Professor Nader Angetta is the H. Nedwill Ramsey Professor at the University of Pennsylvania, with affiliations in the departments of Electrical and Systems Engineering, Physics and Astronomy, Bioengineering, and Material Science and Engineering. He received his BS degree, or Bachelor of Science degree, from the University of Tehran, and his Master's in Photonics, Electrodynamics, Masters of Science, I should say, Microwaves, Nano-optics, Graphene Photonics, Imaging and Sensing, inspired by eyes of animal species, Microwave and Optical Antennas, and Physics and Engineering of Fields and Waves. Wow, okay, so that's the news from yesterday. I'm going to look at Wall Street Bets and sift through that for you. Alright, here's the first post from Metamaterials subreddit. The undeniable truth about the trapped torchlight shorts. When George said he trapped the shorts, he wasn't lying. Here's the proof. All of this information was taken directly from SEC filings, so there's no denying it. I have listed each form and the filing date. Here's the link. You can read them yourself. So George tweeted yesterday the actual number of preferred shares that were issued. That for me was the missing link. I spent a few hours going through in detail each of the filings to make sure I had the numbers accounted for, and even read back over old filings to make sure I captured those that had stock options and exercised them. They're listed below Form 4s. After that, it is just simple math, and even a smooth brain can do it. I have also responded to a post today and asked him when he thought that this would be covered, which should have already occurred according to all the supposed rules and regulations. If you get a chance to go over and give it a like, so we can keep it at the top and start driving this issue home and give it the attention it deserves. If you add both Torchlight and metamaterial shorts together, we have a total of 39,611,350 shares. Holy, that is a lot. That explains a lot. Here's the detail in regards to the price. Here's the detail in the Meta shares. I put this together a few days ago. I have updated the Ortex data to today, but Fintel is not working right now. I used the data from iHorse and the eHorse and the total shorts. We have a squeeze coming, and I don't see how they get around it. Ortex utilization right now is 94.96%. Oh my goodness. This is going to explode. Price is going up, and they have no shares left to borrow. Borrow max rate is now 230.7%. Game over. Agreed. We own 68.27% of the float. The short percentage of the free float is 41.42%, with 65% of the free float on loan. Last Fintel data showed institutions with only 28 million shares, so all we have to do is hold. Every institution could sell, and they still have almost 12 million shares to buy. It is just math. Short hedge funds are screwed, and we are strong. That's great. This is a great post. I own a ton of the stock. I am here for the long run. I held 14,000 Torchlight for many years before this. I know I traded up with Meta. I would love to pop the short hedge funds and then buy 2 times back after the run is over with their money. Don't bother asking me how high it will go. It depends on when you paper hands decide to let go of your shares. I mean, it could be anywhere from 20 to 40 to 50 to 100 to 1,000. Who knows? I have a number in mind. It is north of XXXX. It starts with S or an E or an N. I'll tell you this won't be straight up. It will run, retrace, run again. Yeah, I agree. Retrace and run and over till we are done. So it's going to go up and down for sure. But it'll go up eventually. OSTK ran for weeks. No one knows. You just have to get off when you think it is right for you. Good post. I already have a plan A, B, and C laid out. And they will probably go out the window once it starts. But who knows better to have a plan than not? But who knows? Better, okay, no punctuation there, but who knows? Better to have a plan than not. I should also mention that we are in a falling wedge formation, and we are I don't really trust those things. But anyway, we are very near the end of it. For you smooth-brained apes, Google it. Good luck to all, and go Meta. It took OSTK 99 days to reach the top. Well, it took GameStop, I think, 4 to 6 months to squeeze. It took AMC about 6 months to squeeze. Hell yeah, dude, I'm stoked. Thanks. Yeah, this is a great post. Really, really good post. And so I think the title of this video will be 99% utilization from Ortex. So that's pretty crazy. Is it 99? Where did I see that number? Utilization is 94. Yeah, it's 94.9%. So if you round that off, 95% utilization from Ortex. That is crazy. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next post and see if it's worth reading. Strong evidence of Samsung using or working on metal mesh touch sensor technology, or NanoWeb. Hello everyone. Patents include necessary information and are constructed to be as specific as needed, but all-encompassing as possible. Therefore, investors will give as much versatility as possible while giving the least information as possible to cover the largest amount of possibilities. What the hell is he talking about? In addition, due to the complexities of the products, it would not be expected to reference each technology for a new patent. Therefore, in my opinion, it would be highly unlikely if metamaterials would be referenced in each patent. NanoWeb is a conductive mesh. The industry term is metal mesh. Metal meshes in foldable phones can be used as a capacitive touch sensor as they are transparent and are able to identify touch. Transparent metal meshes can replace conductive metal oxide such as ITO, indium tin oxide, etc. Right, with that out of the way, let's begin. The first thing I want to bring to your attention is Samsung is not stating which transparent capacitive touch sensor they will use. They cannot use both. So in my opinion, this is to keep competitors in the dark. The capacitive touch sensor is a hugely important aspect of these flexible displays. ITO is too brittle for folding, so we are left with several others. Note the application date. This is quite earlier, 2014, so I believe there was not a definite answer surrounding what should be used. Okay, I'm going to just skip to the end. I'm not sure what he's trying to say. This is a lot of conjecture. So Samsung are trying to do the same thing as us, hence the reference. The strengths are ties. I don't know what he's even, that's not even English. And shows they are interested in what Meta can offer them. Maybe our ACE card, touch, fingerprint, complex sensor, and electronic apparatus, including the same. Okay, I'll just skip to the end. So, Samsung Galaxy Fold smartphone was launched in February 2019. The phone comes with a 7.3-inch touchscreen primary display. Okay, let me know what you think. I'm very bullish after this research. The connection grows stronger every day. Actually, they didn't really prove it to me, but I didn't read the whole thing. Upvoted due to your hard work, but they haven't announced anything yet. Yeah. Okay, well, that was a waste of time. Next post. Okay, according to this post, there's only 150,000 shares left to borrow, so we'll see about that. Moving on to the next post. Okay, so here's a post talking about how Meta will be presenting at Intravestor. So they'll be doing a presentation soon. Alright, next. Alright, here's the tweet from yesterday, I believe, or from earlier. It says, the actual number of preferred shares that have been issued. This is a fact. I know many of you have been on about this for the past month. I was sure the number was 125 million. It looks like the number is a little bit higher. For those of you that needed this number, so you can do some speculation on the price of the SD, our special dividend, here you go. 164,923,363 shares. Many have tried getting this number out of Ken Rice and or investor relations. Many end up with some copy and paste email. They're quite busy over there with everyone looking for info, so let them do their thing. Here's the tweet by George Palikaras, happy speculation. So I'm glad he actually gave this number. This is a great sign. He's very transparent regarding these things, especially to shareholders. So thank you very much, sir, for doing this. I'm just going to read it out. 164.9 million. Based on the report we got from our transfer agent regarding the Series A preferred holders, and looks like a lot are held in street name. Okay, I don't know what that means in street name. Hope this helps. I know it's a George post, but that seems to be the max number of shares possible, which is next to impossible, as there were literally hundreds of millions of shares traded during the holding period. I know lots of these were the same shares traded back and forth, but that still should have reduced the number of preferred shares. Exactly. No one knows how many truly qualified. I think it's a lot lower than people think. And we don't know the real number. Well, I don't know. He gave us a number, so take it for what you will. So I'm going to move on to the next. Okay, so here's a comment on this thread. It says here, great job finding the exact number of preferred shares. Based on his previous comment of $1 to $20 dividend, $1 would equal 164 million, and 20 would equal 3.3 billion from the sale of Torchlight oil and gas assets. I'm going to just stick with the low number here. Let's just say it's 164 million. So my scenarios, 600 million equals 3.64 per share. 900 million is 5.45 per share, and 1.2 billion is 7.27 dollars per share. Hoping for over $1 billion to cover some losses till our metamaterials shares start shining again. So yeah, I mean, this company is valued over $2 billion, the market cap. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But again, I think it's going to take till April 1st, 2022. I keep saying this, but I have to. I have to because my channel's on the line. Metamaterial shorting. Can anyone explain why the short interest was higher than the average daily share volume between April and May? Yeah, I don't know the answer to that. It's a hedge foolery, let's put it that way. Next post. So this is a great post. I'm not sure why it hasn't been upvoted more, but anyhow, this is some insight from the co-founder in 2020 of Metamaterials, Temos Kalos, describing his job as Chief Science Officer at Metamaterials. At work, I oversee our R&D projects around advanced materials for unusual applications relating to light and energy manipulation. It's like having a small time machine, seeing technologies that won't become widely available for another 3 to 5 years. This helps validate my 5-year projection, sitting somewhere around $500 per share in 2026. 3 to 5 years has also come from George in several places. Anyone looking for a quick squeeze is going to have a stressful few years. And you know what? This channel is not about quick squeezes. Again, I want to reiterate that the best trades I've made are the ones where I bought a stock and I just walked away from it, and I came back, 6 months, a year, 2 years later, and then yielded the results. I yielded the fruits of that, the profits that came from them, like Nintendo, Beyond Meat, and so on. If this hits 500, I'll let my oh my goodness. Well, anyway, yeah, I do believe in the next 5 to 10 years, I'm going to be a little more conservative than 3 to 5 years, but 5 to 10, we'll see this at 100. I believe that very much so. Okay, next post. Okay, here's an article that says here, a new way to control light emission from ultra-thin surfaces enables breakthrough in technology such as customizable LED lights. I wonder what that looks like, but anyway, it says here, a new paper from the lab of Professor Andrea Alu. Again, this is the new hire on the board, the advisory board. Founding director of the Photonics Initiative and the Advanced Science Research Center at the Graduate Center, shows that it is possible to create engineered surfaces or meta surfaces with superior control over light emission in the form of thermal radiation and photoluminescence. Meta surfaces are a well-established technology that can manipulate light in extreme ways, such as creating very thin lenses. Okay, well, this metamaterials and meta surfaces technology is starting to sound like the next big thing. Like, I'm not saying it's not as conceptual as it seems anymore. I mean, we had things like nuclear fission and nuclear energy and gene splicing and cloning. This is looking like the next big scientific breakthrough, really. And we are, at least I am, invested into this company. So wow, this is the cusp of like a new revolution to take place in the planet. Advanced materials driving automotive innovation. Okay, we are excited to partner with Crossover Solutions. They're a global group of companies that bring years of experience. All right, we'll get to the point. Okay, I'm not sure what they're trying to say here. So this is another company that is, I think, partnering with Meta. Look up Tesla AI Day on YouTube. It starts in 2 hours, 15 minutes, roughly. If Elon even says the word metamaterials, I'm going to have a heart attack. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, we'll see if that happens. It'll be posted on this subreddit, I'm pretty sure. So it might be a good idea to look at this subreddit on the weekend. Advanced materials driving automotive innovation. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's look at this article and see what we can glean from it. Okay, so this is the two technologies that Meta is going to offer to the EV markets. Holographic optical combiners for heads-up displays. This is from, I think 2020. Meta has developed a holographic optical combiner that can create a heads-up display capable of superimposing light from a projector system onto light from the outside world. The combiner achieves the paradoxical requirement of maintaining transparency to emit light from the road while preserving reflectivity to maximize the coupling efficiency of the projector. So basically, Tony Stark technology is now real. This is crazy. Like when you look at this picture going on here. Using a projector that is tuned to a certain light frequency, the film we produce can reflect only the light from the projector back to the user. This allows the viewer to see the projected image while seeing through the film to everything on the outside. It's similar to an augmented reality display. In the automotive world, this can be used for instrumentation panels, so the driver can keep his or her eyes on the road while seeing key instruments and status updates, including the engine RPM, speed, alerts from integrated night vision system. So that's only one technology. This alone would bring the stock to $20, I believe. But they have two. They have a second core technology. It's improving LiDAR performance and ease of integration. Another application of holography is in LiDAR, light detection and ranging, and advanced sensor that uses laser sight pulses to map the surroundings of an autonomous vehicle. Meta is developing a solution that combines existing MEMS technology with a 2D spatially modulated hologram grading. This approach can enhance the range of LiDAR scanning while improving the compactness of the system with flat optics, making the sensors easier to integrate into vehicle designs. Meta is pursuing partnerships with LiDAR manufacturers. Wow, that could be huge when they partner up with Microvision, for example. Oh my goodness, can you imagine that? Collaboration with Microvision? My goodness, it's going to explode. Both of them. Transparent conductive metal mesh has multiple uses. Okay. Integrated de-icing, defogging improves vehicle design, and advanced materials connecting the modern vehicle. So the takeaway is, yeah, they're going to be right there in the middle of it all and spearheading the future. Okay, so once again, the title of this video is going to be the utilization percentage from Vortex, and I believe it's right here, this information revealing that it is 94%. I'm just looking for the number around here. Where is that number? Free float, okay. Short interest. Okay, I don't see it here. Utilization, current 93.52%. So that's the utilization, around 94, 95%. Here it says 93, but it's over 90%. That is significant. That is going to help this stock to recover very greatly. Okay, so this new hire, Andrea Alu, was named a Blavatnik National Awards laureate. Yep. So this man is a brilliant mind, and I would not be surprised if a Nobel Prize candidate results from Meta's technology one day, and I agree with that sentiment. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great weekend, and may God bless you and God bless your investments. I'm just going to see if this will open up and see if we can look at this person. See what they look like. There's their image. Okay, that's all. See you on Monday, and if not, I'll see you. Well, but I might do an update on the weekend. I may not, but if I don't do an update on the weekend, depending on what happens, if there's any news at all or any breaking developments for metamaterials relating to metamaterials, then we'll do the daily update on Monday. So thanks again, and tune in next time.